welcome back to Yoga with Jess. I'm really excited today to bring you this short, fun video to help relieve stress and anxiety. I know when we're in that state and everything feels really overwhelming, it starts to affect our whole being and our whole life. And if you could just take a few minutes out of your day, practice this routine with me, I hope you feel better and more connected to yourself. So real quick before we start, I just wanted to send a shout out to natureleggings.com for sending me these awesome leggings. And when I'm feeling stressed, I like to go into nature and just remember the beauty in the world and how everything just flows together so perfectly and nicely. Kind of helps me get out of my head and not think about all the little problems that are stressing me out. So let's begin standing together with our feet up nice and tall. And let's just start like shaking the body out, starting to move energy through the body. A little shaking of the arms and legs, moving that chi around. And then bringing the hands into fists, start to knock the body as well. Telling the body cells, wake up, hello, I'm here. Sending blood flow to all parts of the body here. Knocking on the glutes, the tummy, the chest. A little Tarzan moment. And then coming back to stand, we'll take a few rounds of bellows breath, learning how to control our prana, or our vital life force. So we're going to take an inhale and exhale through the nose, nice forceful inhalations and exhalations. And we're going to bring the arms up overhead. And on the inhale, lifting up tall, exhale, fists, bring them in towards the body. And then on the inhale, we're going to send the elbows out wide, and then exhale back in like a little chicken dance. So it looks something like this. We'll do a few rounds like that. You can keep the eyes open or maybe close the eyes, gaze out past the third eye point, and just feel that breath and heat start to rise in the body. So let's start in with fists inward, elbows tucked in, and we'll begin with an inhale, lifting the arms up. Ready, begin. Using your abdominals here to contract and send the air all the way out, making way for fresh prana, fresh air to fill the lungs and rib cage, fill the belly. Let's take 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the arms down. Just notice any new sensations arising in the body, maybe a little tingling, maybe some heat that you generated. Just notice without judgment. And then when you're ready, let's spread the feet wide and angle your toes slightly outward. Inhale the arms up for star pose. So you're making a big X with the body, energy shooting out the fingertips, lifting the chest and heart up high, and maybe smiling. Inhale, lift a little more. And then exhale, start to bend the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades behind you for cactus arms. Maybe coming into a slight back bend here. We're opening up our heart space, being able to receive, being okay with being vulnerable. And then inhale back up, big star pose, maybe glittering your fingers. Inhale, grow a little longer. And then on an exhale, let's shift over to the right. Big side stretch. If you'd like to use your leg as a little kickstand, you can. Inhale back up to center. And then exhale over to the left. Opening up the side body, energy shooting out the fingers here. Inhale back to center, star pose. And now let's sit down into goddess pose. So making sure the knees come out over the toes. Notice if they start to fall in or out. Maybe you have to shift your toes a little bit so that they fall right on top of the big toe. Inhale, straighten the arms, and then exhale again, come into cactus arms, lifting the chest. Big, strong goddess here. If you'd like to practice a round of lion's breath, inhale, open the eyes wide, exhale out the mouth. One more time, inhale, exhale, big tongue out. Beautiful yogis. Inhale, straighten the legs, star pose. And then exhale, sit back down, goddess pose. This time, if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, give little heel lifts. So start to lift the heels off the mat, engaging our calf muscles here. Keeping our abdominals, core engaged. Starting to feel that heat really turn on. Last one. And then inhale, back up to stand. Arms down by your side. Now this time we're gonna pigeon toe, our toes in, heels slightly out. And inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we're gonna interlace the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and then exhale, come forward. PRASARITA, PADOTTANASANA, or wide-legged forward fold. So just allow the head and the chest to get heavy here. Shifting the weight slightly more forward into the toes, and feeling a nice big stretch along the back side of your legs, while we squeeze our palms together and try to get our knuckles down past our head towards the floor. Coming back to your breath. Let's release the grip, place the hands down in front of you, and then just shift the hips left and right, stretching the low back and the inner hip flexors. And then, if the hands touch the floor easily, you can always bring them to the outside of the heels, or maybe take the peace fingers to the big toes, and just spend another few breaths using your arm strength here to pull the head closer to the mat and pull your chest in between the legs. So whatever variation feels good. And if you can't touch the floor, just hanging down, allowing gravity to start pulling you a little bit closer. Maybe you widen the legs a little more to drop and touch the hands. Just send your breath to any areas that feel tight. On an inhale, let's lift up halfway, straightening out the back. Exhale, lower back down, and bringing the hands to the hips, let's come all the way up to stand. Heel toe the feet in towards the center, and let's take a round of tree pose. So let's shift the weight into the left leg, start to draw the right leg up, and you can keep your big toes on the floor if balancing is a little difficult for you, or maybe rise it up, maybe even grabbing the ankle and placing your foot on the inside of your left thigh. You can bring the hands to heart center and pick a focal point in front of you that's not moving, and just concentrate all of your focus and attention there in that point. It's called a drishti. Letting the rest of the world fall away, letting your problems and anxieties drop off. Now to increase your balance, let's start to lift the arms up towards the sky. You can keep the palms together or separate them, bringing the pinkies inward. And we really want to think about rooting our tree trunk into the mat. So think about sending energy down through your heel, but at the same time lifting energy up through your back and shooting out the crown of your head. To test your balance even more, maybe start to lift the gaze up towards the sky. And then maybe try closing the eyes, really testing your balance. If you fall out of it, just get right back in. And then bringing the hands back to heart center. Let's bring the knee inward, kick your leg out, and then bring it back down to the mat. Shake it out, we'll take the other side. So shifting the weight into the right leg this time. Start to lift the left foot up and bring it to the same point that you just did on the other side. Each side's gonna be a little different, but it's just good to check in and notice, oh, my left side is more flexible, or it's easier to balance on my right side. Just good to start observing the self without judgment, without trying to fix anything. And then inhale, start to lift the arms up, if you like. Keeping our core active here. And then slowly start to lift the gaze, challenging your balance. Balancing postures are really great for reducing anxiety, because as you'll notice, you really can't think about anything else right now or you start to fall over. You can only focus on your body and your breath and this moment right now on your mat. bringing us into presence and hopefully relieving that anxiety. And then bringing the hands back to heart center. Again, let's rotate the knee in and then kick the leg out and then drop it back down. Shake it out. And now stand up nice and tall for TADASANA mountain pose. Round the shoulders back away from the ears, fingertips spread wide. And just close your eyes for a moment, imagining yourself empowered and strong, like you're standing up at the top of a tall mountain. Nothing around but the peaceful breeze, maybe a few birds. Just envision yourself calm and happy, knowing that you have everything you need, all your needs are met. I truly believe that yoga is a way to get us to this calm, relaxed state. So we practice all these crazy postures to get our bodies flexible and relaxed enough so that we can sit and meditate. So that's really the goal of yoga and something that I'm trying to teach in my 30-day yoga challenge that I'm currently in the middle of shooting. So in the 30 days, we're really going to advance your practice, learning over 50 new postures, how to get into them, how to feel confident in them. But one of my main intentions in this 30-day challenge is to really give you long-lasting stress and anxiety relief. We're learning how to train the mind to come into presence, how to stick through an uncomfortable or challenging posture. And that's just really good muscle memory and mental muscle memory to be able to get through a challenging situation off your mat. So definitely stay tuned and stay on this channel. We'll be letting you know when that 30-day challenge is ready. And I'd love to hear your feedback about this video if you subscribe to the Psychetruth channel and leave your comments below. Also, please check out my website, comingohm.com, where you can learn about my yoga practice and other nutritional and wellness practices that I enjoy. And then one more shout out to natureleggings.com. Thank you so much for your contribution. And I will leave you with one final note. Let's bring our hands to heart center. This is Anjali Mudra, an offering posture. The light and the love and the highest good that lives inside of me sees and honors that same light, that same love, and the highest good that exists inside of you. Let's go forth into the world and spread our light so we can inspire others to do the same. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon on your mat.